If you're an athlete with a bone break, fracture, or stress response, I've got the key foods that you need to eat to help your body heal as fast as possible. Welcome to the Sports Nutrition Playbook channel. I'm Amy Goodson, sports dietitian. And if you're an athlete with a bone break, a bone fracture, or a stress response, I've got good news. There are foods that you can eat to help your body heal. I'm sorry that you have the injury, but there's a way that we can help. The number one food that you can start taking in to help your body heal those bone breaks are dairy foods. So the great thing about dairy foods is you can get milk, cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese to get in calcium, as well as vitamin D and protein. So specifically milk is going to be, and yogurt, some of your best options for calcium, and then milk is fortified with vitamin D, which is really important because you have to have vitamin D for calcium absorption. So when we talk about bones, they're made of a lot of different minerals, but calcium and vitamin D are essential for building bone, repairing bone, and then maintaining bone mineral density as we age. So if you have a bone break, a bone fracture, or one of those little nagging stress responses inside the bone, calcium and vitamin D are going to be key. So look for ways to get dairy foods into your day. So let's talk about milk. You could blend it into a smoothie. You can make oatmeal with milk, or you could make overnight oats, etc. with it. You can drink it throughout the day at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So there's lots of ways that you can drink milk. Thinking about yogurt, you could have yogurt in the morning for a yogurt parfait for breakfast with fruit and nuts and granola. You obviously can eat yogurt for a snack throughout the day. You can even stir in things like peanut butter to give it some extra taste, as well as protein and healthy fat, and dip apples or celery or something like that into it. And then of course, yogurt can also be blended into smoothies. Again, other dairy foods are cheese and cottage cheese. A lot of times you're going to be eaten at snacks. So as an athlete, consuming those dairy foods are going to be really important. If you're listening to me and you're like, I can't have dairy, it makes my stomach hurt, I would encourage you to look for lactose-free milk and yogurt options. So lactose-free means the milk sugar, which is what causes some of that GI distress, has already been broken down. So lactose-free milk and lactose-free yogurt is gentle on your stomach, and it's going to allow you to get the nutrients like calcium, vitamin D, and high-quality protein that milk contains, but for not that ugly cramping, bloating, and GI issues that you would have. So that's one way that you can get dairy in, even if you have lactose intolerance. If you're like, no dairy for me, not having it, then I would encourage you to take a calcium citrate plus vitamin D3 supplement. Note I said calcium citrate because it is better absorbed than calcium carbonate. So when you go to your local grocery store or wherever you shop for vitamins or looking online, look for calcium citrate plus vitamin D3. That is the ultimate combination for helping your bones heal and get stronger. Ideally, you're trying to consume about 12 to 1300 milligrams of calcium per day. And while the baseline recommendation is 600 international units of vitamin D, most athletes need to easily be consuming 1,000 or 2,000 international units. So use that as a guide when you're shopping for your calcium vitamin D supplements. So if you have a bone injury, focus on consuming dairy foods. If you don't eat that many of them throughout the daytime, then you can dial in on consuming a calcium citrate plus vitamin D3 supplement. I would love to hear how you include bone healing nutrients like calcium and vitamin D into your daily eating plan. So drop your favorite way to eat dairy in the chat, and then be sure to like our video and click subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of our sports nutrition tips and strategies.